Hello everyone, my name is Micha and I welcome you to Cosmic Wholeness. For this video I took you outside. I am here at the foot of my favorite tree friend. We've spent a lot of time together, and in this video I want to give you a bit more of an idea of what we're embarking on together. Before we dive into that, I would ask you to check in with yourself. How are you doing right now? Is this actually a good time for you to watch 10 minutes of a video and be able to receive what it has to offer? Or might it be better to pause it right now and come back to it later? Or maybe you need to use the bathroom or grab a cup of tea. So do that right now, and then we'll meet you back here in just a moment. All right, welcome back. Now, let's dive in. Cosmic Wholeness, what do we expect? Honestly, I'm on this adventure just as you, floating along with some curiosity and wonder and expectations. And I also have some ideas for us. Many of you know that part of what I'm doing is teaching singing. This is not a singing class. You can continue watching. But what I do with my voice students, usually in the first lesson, is we talk about the idea that we get to inhabit an incredible body-mind system that, in conjunction with the universe, the forces of this world, is perfectly set up to support us in free expression. In order to prove that, we then embark on a journey of exploring our voice in very playful ways, and that will naturally and sometimes automatically, or even without us consciously perceiving that, we will gravitate toward free expression of ourselves. In Cosmic Wholeness, we're expanding that horizon. Instead of playing with our voice, we are playing with patterns of the universe. Patterns that are universally present, that show up in the cosmos, in the world, in nature, in ourselves. Let's take the example of the spiral that shows up in the galaxy, in a seashell, in the water going down the drain, in the heart. We may even ask, where do I find spirals in society, in my family, or in my mental health? In our exploration, we're using a system of these patterns. It's a system that was conceived and developed by my friend Babette Leitner, and I'll put a link to her remarkable work, Wholeness in Motion, below. I encourage you to check it out. She took these patterns of nature and discovered a system that associates them with parts of our body and puts them in an order where we can kind of strategically visit with them. How does a visitation with a universal pattern look like? It can be anything. We might dance it, we might move it, we might tone it, we might feel it, we might think it. There are many ways how we engage with these patterns, and our job will be to stay open to what this exploration brings forward to us. At this point, I want to introduce a second component into the mix, which is a modern therapy system called IFS, or Internal Family Systems. I am not an IFS therapist, and this is not an IFS course. But what does IFS do? Well, if we're exploring the patterns of nature, and we might do it in ways that could be triggering for the one or other adult. Let's say we're moving in slow motion and you find yourself suddenly getting really anxious or impatient or angry or bored. What Internal Family Systems gives us is the tools to respond to these emotions, to respond to them with curiosity, rather than feeling that I didn't want to feel that right now in this session. We will have the tools to go to these parts of ourselves and ask them what they need to share with us, how we can help them, how we can be there for them. And thus, the exploration of the patterns also becomes a tool of knowing more of our inner landscape, of our inner family. In order to prepare yourself for me throwing occasional IFS jargon at you and encouraging you to be in touch with your parts, I recommend a book to you. It's not a requirement at all for the class. You will get so much out of it without of it. And I still recommend that you get this book. It's not a long read, it's not an expensive book, and I would say it's one of the most important reads of our times. It is called No Bad Parts, and it is by Richard Schwartz, who developed IFS. Link is also below. Go get that book, read it, and you will know why I'm so excited about it. Okay, we have patterns of nature, which we will explore playfully. And we have internal family systems to help us stay curious about them. On this journey, I am not your guru. I'm not even your teacher. I'm maybe your playground mate or your exploration leader. We will together gravitate toward wholeness, toward a deeper understanding of ourselves in the world, in the cosmos, together. And all that is needed is curiosity and openness to the material. For me personally, exploring these patterns these past few years with Babette has been absolutely life-changing. I found myself more and more feeling in touch with myself, with the world, with mystery, with the wonder that surrounds us everywhere. Not that I'm in that space all the time, but even when the shit hits the fan, if things get really bad, if the sun sets, I know that I can handle it. And that is my wish, that this journey will lead you to a similar place, guided by your own inner wisdom and the patterns of nature. This is a free offering. If down the road you feel that this has rocked your boat and you feel like helping me pay for Zoom or buy me a coffee, donations are welcome, but they will never be expected. I will also not hold you accountable to attend classes. And because I won't, I would ask you to take a moment to decide for yourself. What would it take for you to really give this a fair shot? How many sessions do you want to attend until you decide if this is something for you? How do you think you would like to feel in a month or two? After we're done with this video, I invite you to sit down and write down just 2, 3, 4 sentences about that. Make a commitment to yourself. As the sun slowly starts setting and we're coming to the end of this video, I invite you to take a couple deep breaths with me and activate your imagination, your cellular memory of your mountain moments, and maybe smell the pine trees, feel the crispness of the air, feel good soil underneath you. I'm also willing to share my tree with you if you want to lean on it. Let's do that together. I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Last thing, I intend to keep everyone in the loop with newsletters, but there will also be a WhatsApp group where we can share impressions, pictures, poems, feedback from our experiences, and be a supportive community in this adventure. If you want to be part of that, please make sure that I have your phone number. I can add you to it. Sending you all so much love, and I'll see you very soon.